Madam President, dear Commissioners. I would like to thank the European Commission today for its quite modest proposals on strengthening the European capacity to control our common borders. However, I am convinced that the proposals do not go far enough and still need to be significantly strengthened. And knowing that there are member states in Council that still consider these proposals to go too far is to me quite depressing, to tell you the truth. I sometimes wonder if governments of member states are living in a parallel universe. How else could they complain constantly about the lack of control of our common borders and then oppose measures to secure exactly this once they are being presented? It's to me utterly absurd. Through Schengen, we have agreed to have one external border of the EU and no internal borders, which means that the Greek border with Turkey are as much Swedish borders as our borders with Norway. How member states can argue that member states should police their own borders is simply absurd. Imagine the United States with 50 sets of coast guards and border guards, where the US Coast Guard does not have the right to have their own equipment, but has to ask if it may kindly borrow that of the state for a while. It is an absurdity, and yet in Europe it is upheld by governments of member states as the only logical solution, and anyone that suggests that maybe a common border needs a common border protection is portrayed like some kind of crazy federalist. Europe needs today a single border control agency, and this should become an exclusive competence of the EU. I wish that member states would stop worrying so much about their own bureaucracies and start for once to think about the citizens and the security. Thank you very much.